Hey guys, we have made it to Leo. Leo is the fixed quadruplicity fire element sign. What that means is that Leo is fiery and passionate and also very stubborn and set in their ways. Leo is ruled by the sun, which is very fitting because Leo is a warm personality generally. Leo tends to elicit a lot of attention in one way or another, and this can be because of their physical appearance, which they do tend to be rather attractive people because they take a lot of pride in their appearance. It's, they want that attention. It's sort of part of their personality to want that kind of attention, so they take good care of their appearance and, they usually look really good. But that doesn't have to be the way that they get attention. They are also very dramatic. They tend to be very creative, involved in the arts in some way. They don't mind being the center of the attention. They're probably very good actors and actresses. Now, if you know anything about astrology other than what I'm telling you right now, and you know about the house system, Leo is connected to the 5th house, which naturally rules children and creative projects, anything that you sort of give birth to and put out into the world. So that's sort of connected to Leo. They're also very affectionate people, and they tend to be very vibrant and flamboyant. They are going to be the ones, like the guy wearing the pink shirt. That's, you don't see a lot of guys wearing pink shirts, regardless of what they're allowed to wear. Leo will be the guy wearing the pink shirt, or the girl with a ton of makeup on, but she knows how to do it well, so it doesn't look bad on her or anything. They're going to find a way to stand out and get a lot of attention. Not necessarily in a weird way, but they're going to want to make a mark. They're not going to want to blend in with the crowd. They're like the star of the zodiac. They tend to have really good hair because, Leo is ruled by the lion also. And, so Leos tend to have sort of like this thick mane of hair going on. They are very affectionate with the people they love. They don't mind demonstrating their affection, but one thing about Leos is that they are very prideful. Naturally prideful, regal, royal type of characters, okay? So when I say they're prideful, it can manifest in a couple of different ways, but the best case scenario is they are confident and they know their worth, they know their value, and they are not shy about letting you know that they know their value or letting anyone know that they know their value. They know what they have to contribute, and they're going to contribute it. They're not going to be shy about it. I've rarely met a Leo who's shy. When I was younger, I had sort of a problem with Leos because I was very sort of like humble when I was younger, just sort of meek, and I didn't understand people who were just naturally confident. As I've gotten older and I've gotten more confident, it's not such a threat to me to be around somebody who is very confident. But when I was younger, they came off to me as sort of smug and arrogant, and that's not how they are. That's not what they're thinking, at least. What I've noticed about Leos is that, yes, they're going to be the first to say, oh, I'm so hot, I'm so attractive, or, I'm so smart, look what I did. I'm probably the smartest person you've ever met, I've heard Leos actually say that kind of stuff to me. I'm not exaggerating that. They've said things like that to me. So, it's true. They're going to be the first sign to say something along those lines. However, they're not going to hold back when it comes to giving compliments to you. It's not about being better than everybody else, even though they tend to think they are better than everybody else. But it's not about being better than everybody else. It's not about this arrogant, holier than thou attitude. It is simply sort of like a lust for life. They have a natural exuberance for life, and they have a large appetite for anything that is pleasurable, and they have a great appreciation for the good qualities both in themselves and others. So when they, compliment themselves, which they're going to be the signs who are most comfortable saying good things about themselves, it doesn't mean that they think they're better than you. They recognize those good qualities in themselves, but they're going to be just as quick to recognize your good qualities too. I've been around a lot of Leos in my life. They say things that are just over the top, and you just look at them and you're like, how can you say something like that about yourself? Like, how are you so comfortable just talking about yourself like, you're Cleopatra or something, But then they turn around and they say something like just so sweet to me. They give me a compliment, they talk to me like they just did about themselves. They're just demonstrative. Sorry about that train. However, this does bring me to the dark side of Leo. Leo can be actually, arrogant. Like, generally it's just this exuberance and this love for life and this natural appreciation for themselves and other people, but you do find Leo individuals who are lower functioning and they are simply arrogant. They do think they're better than you. They're not afraid to say so. They carry themselves in a way that makes them very unapproachable. It's difficult to deal with when you are, normal person just wants to have a normal interaction and they are just talking about themselves nonstop. I met Leos who just will not stop talking about themselves because in their mind they're the axis upon which the world rotates. Oh no, they're the sun. They're the sun and the world is spinning around them. That can be the way that Leo comes across in a lower functioning manner. You can also find Leos who are prideful and yet insecure, and they let that pride drive them. In fact, I would say that all of the arrogance and self-importance that you see in Leos who are lower functioning is because of an insecurity. So they're going to express that Leo-ness that they have naturally, but they're insecure. So it's going to come out in an excessive need to affirm themselves. And they're not going to do it by waiting for you to affirm them. They're going to do it by talking about themselves incessantly. They become kind of closed off because they don't want to get their sensitive ego hurt. So they're not going to open themselves up to you. Because that part of themselves, the ego, is very sensitive, and they will do anything to make sure that ego doesn't get hurt. Sort of like Cancer, they close themselves off because they don't want their emotions to get hurt. Well, Leo doesn't want their pride hurt. We all close ourselves off in different ways for different reasons, but I would say that that's why Leo does it, and that's the way they do it. This has been a brief synopsis of Leo. I will have the Virgo video out for you shortly.